don't remember what I was thinking here, but I'm assuming I'm about to eat right here. Bam! Actually caught the target. W. Boom. And she got her kill. Nice one. Take that L. And yeah, I love that emote. I love that emote. Anyway, welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for, tuning back in if you are tuning back in. And yeah, it's been a 3-month hiatus or something like that. 2 months. I don't know. Not sure the last time I updated the channel. However, just wanted to give a few life updates as well as, some overdue gameplay because I haven't posted in forever. So yeah, just voiceover for this game. This game is very old. It's about a month old. I'm supposed to release the video when I dropped, the shorts, but never got around to it. So yeah, ultimately, did a whole move out, all that good stuff. Very high cortisol activities, and started an internship and all that good stuff. So yeah, life has been on the uptrend, and yeah, with that being said, a lot of things are just big boy responsibilities and shit like that. So never really got around to playing League, as well as actually that wasn't even the main issue. The main issue with League is actually the shitty internet connection. So due to the residential spaces, some of them just don't really have the best internet, and I just so happen to be a part of one. So yeah, had to use the whole Ethernet, but yeah, issues with the Ethernet arose, and yeah, just life was looking very, very grim for a bit when it came to the channel. Around life has been good, but just the YouTube channel, big dog. All right, so now that we got the housekeeping shit out of the way, yeah, definitely recommend Swain. He's a great APC pick, very low cortisol pick. You can play him into pretty much any matchup. I would say the hard hitters like maybe Twitch, Draven probably give you a little bit of an issue, but yeah, he can be played with a lot of different supports, Nami, Enchanters, Alistar. Just kind of depends, if you're going for, I would say like a Enchanter, you could play that Conqueror setup because you're the main tank essentially. Well, not a tank, you're a drain tank, but you get the point. You're the main HP on the team, and you could also opt into the more electro damage type of carry essentially, and play with something like Alistar. So you just as soon as your abilities are off a cooldown, do a quick combo, back off, wait till they're back on, and yeah, just sync your abilities with the electrocute proc. So yeah, that's really good. Anyway, just continuing beyond Swain, you could expect I would say a lot more consistent uploads pretty much every single day. Possibly I might try to get into TFT as well. I'm entirely certain, but yeah, I could do longer uploads, where like it's full gameplays, or just your more cut and short and dry games like these, where they're more chopped up, more polished. That's also a thing. Or I might try to incorporate a mixture of both, just being the main editor, voiceovers, anything, all that good stuff. Or even if you're, you're doing a live gameplay. I'm not really the streaming type. Could stream, but not necessarily the streaming type. But that's also an option in the future that I could do, and, further avenue that I could, walk down to. But as of now, that's of course not the case. So up until further notice, I will just be releasing probably a polished video and then a more long video, blah blah. Now bringing back specifically the series that the channel seems to like very much, and a lot of you might who are still part of the channel might actually like, which is the APC 24 hours of APC. I could do melee champs, I could do range champs, AP range champs, and I could even do the AD ones. I don't want, but yeah, that's also the case. Or I could do the main channel climb as well one of these days. That's more higher cortisol, but I'm always down for some fun. And yeah, so far the games have been pretty good. Basically Emerald at this point with Vladimir mid. That's more so what I've been playing, but yeah, do not expect no Vladimir bid on any of these games or anything like that. Just, we're going to stick with the APC mindset, APC grind set. But Vladimir is just, the thing that I play. I could play him APC as well. I think that's his best role currently so far. However, I don't necessarily like the dynamic of relying on another person to win when it comes to Vladimir, because I feel like, at least, playing with folks that don't really understand that the early game is not necessarily your strong suit, can be a very detrimental thing. Like, essentially, Vladimir needs items, he needs gold, he needs haste specifically, so that he can continue to get his abilities back up and continue spam healing, all that good stuff. So, just not being with someone that understands the windows where they can go in, not go in, and be respectful of that. It's kind of tough, and I feel like, a lot of a lot of the accounts that I have, I'm not the type to ever smurf or anything like that. So they have a long, engraved progression on them, where I've played, all the way from bronze, silver, gold. Before I got significantly better at the game, I've been progressing every single year, like a different rank. I started the game in iron, then bronze. Didn't take me a year to go from iron to bronze, but essentially, I would say it's been progressively longer to leave each rank. But when I finally leave the rank, it's not too tough. So essentially, I would say it took me 6 months to go from iron to bronze, and then at the end of the year, I was gold. And then boom, I kind of took a hiatus in the game then, entirely, focused back on school and all that good stuff. Then when I came back, got to from gold 4 to gold 1, couldn't quite break the platinum barrier in season 10. So I kind of just, chilled down on the game again. Then boom, the future happens, and I stopped playing the game for another 2 years, and I come back, and then all of a sudden I go from gold 1 to platinum 1. And next season they introduced new ranks and all that good stuff. So now we have emerald and all that good stuff. And I'm essentially emerald. So not too far from diamond. I don't think diamond is a far-fetched journey. I think we're going to easily get to diamond if I just continue, grinding and staying on this. However, with the limited time, you can expect that things may not go as quickly. Anyway, definitely suggest, playing Swain. This was a very tough game that I played here. This Volibear was giving me lots of trouble. These drain tank champs, definitely make sure you got to get that heal cut, especially with the AoE. Heal cut is very good. AoE, you hit the entire team with 40% healing reduction. It could come in handy. So definitely suggest that as well. But yeah, definitely you can expect to see a lot more low cortisol picks. Don't necessarily want to smash my keyboards and fingers all day. I can. But Vladimir already kind of does that in a way. You got to alt immediately into EWQ, blah, blah, delete carries, all that good stuff. But yeah, more chill, more laid back. Probably a lot more of these voiceovers on, the channel from now on. A lot of these low cortisol picks. We love the low cortisol picks. And, maybe some duo games as well. I'm thinking about doing some duo games. Yeah, some TFT. I ended up talking about my life with a random stranger on TFT last night. Thought that was quite interesting. Hold on. Look at this Diana combo right quick. I missed everything. You didn't see that. But we're going to get the kill and the cleanup. But we can't kill this Volibear worth a damn, bro. Shit. He perfectly timed his ult there. I don't know if you guys noticed with my pull. So that was really nice by Volibear there. But he's going to die anyway, because he doesn't have the levels of low cortisol that I do. He's kind of a high cortisol pick. Definitely don't pick him. Where was I? No, I agree this video probably be kind of boring, and it's, get into that, just more of a talkative video. This is not what your usual talking video would be. It'll more so be talking about decision making, why I did certain things, blah blah, like a kind of an accountability thing. I could do it more like that, more educational, or I could always just do it, more of a fun breakdown that could also happen. Or again, I could go back to that raw footage. We'll see. I'll test out, how things are gonna go in the future. But yeah, just heads up there, I guess. So it would probably look something like this. We're gonna be fighting Dragon right now. Hold on. Okay. Wing. Tryndamere already popped ult. Alright, Milio popped ult. Tryndamere is dead. Give me that pull. Boom. So yeah, like that. And I could probably do some in-houses, something fun like that, you know, kind of get your, cortisol down. Invite some new people to the channel, all that good stuff. That's also an option. But yeah, I just have so many different things, so many different ways that I'm looking to, grind, grow this summer. And I'm looking forward to, meeting more of you guys and having more fun experiences on the game of League of Legends. All right, let me stop yapping, and I want to, you to see the last fight. So, bye-bye, folks.
An enemy has been slain.